to be an active and involved First Lady for the city of Detroit. I know that because I had an opportunity to spend some one-on-one time with her for a couple of days back in July. Maybe some of you saw the first and only one-on-one interview with Yvette Bing when she first became First Lady for this 4-year term. And she and I talked for quite a while, and I had seen her socially, but I never actually had the opportunity to get to know her. And I got to know a woman that is very classy, very demure, laid back, very down to earth, speaks her mind, cool, calm, collected, and beautiful. And I asked her what were the most important things to her that she wanted to see improved and something that she wanted to be a part of. And she told me that she was passionate about a couple of things, and one was homelessness and the other was literacy. And I congratulate you in your role in kicking off the Reading Corps. Steve Blossom just told me that you guys have 4,000 mentors that are volunteer, and that every preschool student, Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, will have a mentor. Every single one in Detroit Public Schools will have a direct mentor helping to teach them to read so that they'll be reading at the correct grade level. Robert Bobb's thunder, but I ask questions, and I'm sitting next to the man who has all the answers. So I think that's very exciting, and I know that's something that Yvette is very proud to see starting as she begins her journey to help improve the Detroit Public Schools, the school where she was educated. And when we talked, I remember her telling me that she just wants to see the schools get back to the way they used to be. And if it holds true, what Lisa said, that anytime she takes on a role, she gets the job done, then we know that in addition to Robert Bobb's efforts, that Yvette Bing being a leader in literacy in the city of Detroit, that we are going to see true change and see it fast. So I don't want to continue on. I just want you to know that I'm very proud and happy for you and looking forward to your progress and reporting about it. And thank you once again for having given me the opportunity to serve as mistress of ceremonies for this beautiful luncheon. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium our First Lady of the City of Detroit, Yvette Bing.
Thank you, everyone. I'm so proud to be here today. Thank you, Rhonda, for those very kind remarks. I don't know if I was deserving of all of those, but thank you. I also like to thank all of you for coming here today. This is a new day for Detroit. It's a bright, shining light for our city right now. And thank you that you all are a part of that. Please give yourselves a hand. I would be remiss if I did not recognize from our First Lady, Senior Church. I'm still waiting on that lunch food. One-on-one. After my few remarks, I will be introducing our keynote speaker, Mr. Robert Bobb. And I thank him for taking on this afternoon and giving us a part of your day. As you know, the Bing administration plans on doing a lot of positive things for the city of Detroit. And I think it's just the stars coming together, or the alignment, or the constellations that brought Dave Bing and Robert Bobb together at the same time. I don't think we could have planned that any better. Because I know when I'm out in public, and Dave and I, the first thing they say is, congratulations, you and Robert Bobb are doing such a tremendous job. So they must be the dynamic duo, or Bing and Bobb. We really should have a song written for them. But again, I want to thank everyone for being here this afternoon. I'm just going to keep my remarks brief. I know you're here, mainly for myself and Mr. Bobb, and we are, going to be conscious of the time constraint here. But I am very excited to be First Lady of the City of Detroit. Some of you may know that I was born and raised here. My family is here, and I would like to just kind of introduce them at this time. My mom's here, in Houston. My mother-in-law, Mrs. Bing. My older sister, although we're only like 18 months apart, Patricia Basin. My niece from California, which was my twin sister who has passed, but that's her lovely niece, my lovely niece, her daughter. Well, we call her Ariane, but since she came out in college, she said it's our long. So. My dad, who is still living, was unable to be here because he's just battled a long history of kidney failure, and he's on dialysis, so he wasn't able to be here today. And I'm sure he's at home, cheering me on. And also, just from being from Detroit, my family, a lot of them are still here. I have a 98-year-old grandmother who will be celebrating her 99th birthday this year. So, she's a little homebound. The body may be weak, but the mind is good, and that's a blessing. But as I said, I am from Detroit. I grew up here at a time where Detroit was just a wonderful place to be. And I hope with my husband's leadership, and with all the people, I think we have to make this a regional effort. It's not just the city of Detroit. It's Oakland County, it's Macomb County, and it's Lansing, and it's Washington. So I think with Dave being at the helm, we're going to take everything as far as we can and all the way up to Washington, D.C. to get some better things done for the city of Detroit. As First Lady, I think it's incumbent upon me to be that face of a cause that's going to make a difference. I decided to take on the Reading Corps, which is something that Robert Bobb, of course, that's introduced to our city. And I don't know if a lot of you have seen what happened Saturday. The tremendous turnout was just overwhelming. I mean, you couldn't even find a place to park. It was just that many people. And I think Detroit, as a region, we want to see a difference. We're tired of all the same old negative press, and we want to see some positive change. And I think we're doing that with the Reading Corps. As I mentioned, I am from Detroit. I was here at a time when Detroit was the heyday of the area. Now that all the suburbs have evolved, Detroit was traditionally the place people wanted to come. But we want to get back to that. I remember the days of downtown Detroit days. I know it's when Detroit is ever been that. That used to be a fun thing to do. We would get on the Dexter bus and ride the bus down to Detroit. And all along Woodward, there were all the shops that were open. You just had, you're rolling through all the shops. And they had a lot of sales, and that was one of the highlights of Detroit. So we want to get back to that. We want to bring more retail in Detroit.